Hey guys, and welcome to KainBG's Dear Esther. I've had my eye on this game for a while now. It came out like I think maybe 5 years ago. I don't know. I don't remember. It's like it's very exploration based, and I don't know much about it, but I think there is it's like an audiobook as well. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, I've tried it. It works. So, let's dive in. The Lighthouse.
Dear Esther, I sometimes feel as if I've given birth to this island. Somewhere between the longitude and latitude, a split opened up, and it beached remotely here. No matter how hard I correlate, it remains a singularity, an alpha point in my life that refuses all hypothesis. I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness, will have blossomed into fresh insight in the interim.
Lovely toilet. We're in Britain, I think. I don't interact with anything. Although we can zoom. Well, let me zoom to that map real quick. Something written there, but I'm not sure what it is. Nope, nothing there. Oh, what's this? A chemical, maybe? What exactly is this? Not really sure, to be honest. Not really sure. Oh, that was scary. Let's check out the, oh, more of this paint. It's luminous paint. Anything else written here? Use something? No. Doesn't seem like it. I've heard that there is like multiple ways you can play through different chapters. It is very pretty. I'll give it that. Ooh, jump. That was dangerous.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Can we continue from here? No. No, but we can fall down, apparently. Which is like a shortcut, I guess. Lovely garbage. So I tested it. You can actually die if you go in the water. I'm not gonna risk it. You can't jump though. Which, you know. Do I go up again? Or do I go this way? Let's go this way.
When you were born, your mother told me, a hush fell over the delivery room. A great red birthmark covered the left side of your face. No one knew what to say, so you cried to fill the vacuum. I always admired you for that you cried to fill whatever vacuum you found. I began to manufacture vacuums just to enable you to deploy your talent. The birthmark faded by the time you were 6 and had gone completely by the time we met, but your fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
This is the, well, what was it called? Fibonacci's, the golden rule. I don't remember. Yeah. I don't know what it's about though.
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
There's parts of a car here, which is kind of weird. I wonder if there was a car crash above it. I don't know. Can we go that way? No. No, can we not? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. So I'm gonna go back. Yeah, I think we have to go up that path. Can I run? No, I guess not. Let me check the controls real quick. Options. Nope. There is no running. Yeah, up those stairs. I don't know if there's like puzzles in this game, I'm not sure. We're gonna go up to the lighthouse, maybe? Not sure. I wasn't able to from there, but wasn't I here before? No, that was before, I think. No.
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
Well, I guess you're dying.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts.
Interesting.
My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
So are we killing ourselves? There's like a formation down there which I want to visit, but where are some of... I don't know if I want to go this way.
I quote directly, "A motley lot with little to recommend them. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most godforsaken of all the inhabitants of the Outer Isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very apex. It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption. Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
I wonder if I shouldn't visit those.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life. I threw my arms wide and the cliff opened out before me, making this rough home. I transferred my belongings from the bothy on the mount and tried to live here instead. It was cold at night, and the sea lapped at the entrance at high tide. To climb the peak, I must first venture even deeper into the veins of the island, where the signals are blocked altogether. Only then will I understand them, when I stand on the summit and they flow into me, uncorrupted.
It was the same symbol as in the lighthouse what I saw earlier. Oh, more paint. Yeah. Oh, I came from there. Whoops. Another cave up there. Oh. Hold on, we came from here. Though I wanted to go on the other side. Did I make a turn? How did I turn around? Is there like another exit? I think there was. Am I fucking crazy? No, I made a fucking circle. Although it is pretty though. Yeah, there was no other exit. Let's take this path instead. This might lead us to those rock formations. Look a little bit like Stonehenge, to be honest. But is this radio tower our destination? I think so. Maybe.
He still maintains he wasn't drunk, but tired. I can't make the judgment or the distinction anymore. I was drunk when I landed here, and tired too. I walked up the cliff path in near darkness and camped in the bay where the trawler lies beached. It was only at dawn that I saw the bothy and decided to make my temporary lodgings there. I was expecting just the aerial and a transmitter stashed in a weatherproof box somewhere on the mount. It had an air of uneasy permanence to it. Like all the other buildings here, erosion seems to have evaded it completely.
I think we can go up there. I don't think so. It's a little bit creepy. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Still, very, very pretty. What is up there? Because this rock there kind of look like a face. Oh.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Just like some barrels. There is a ton of garbage on these beaches. That's pretty devastating. Can go up. Nope. Nope. Can't really use this. Oh. There's like an open container. Sea must be very unforgiving, although this does look like it's been here a while. Another symbol.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Can't really go this way. Oh. And neither did he eat nor drink. Interesting. I don't know if I want to go up there. I think I want to continue to the Radio tower.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Yep. Those are your kidney stones. Decided to wanted to go up. I don't know if it was the right choice, but it was a choice. Oh, there's like a very big hole there. I kind of want to go there.
When I first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition.
Right there. No. No. This is fucking creepy. But I am not jumping in there. I think it'll just kill me. Oh, a cottage. It's a very...
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
Okay, something really disturbing has happened here. I think someone had to do like a makeshift surgery.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
My heart is landfill. These false dawns waking into the still never light. I sweat for you in the small hours and wrap my blankets into a mass. I have always heard the waves break on these lost shores, always the gulls forgotten. I can lift this bottle to my ear, and all there ever is for me is this Hebridean music.
See another cave. I don't know if we can go there. Although we can go down. Though I see a path going up. I want to go down. I'll check this out. There. Bayo notice. Another symbol. don't know what the hell these mean. No idea. I'm expecting a puzzle, but I can guarantee you I'm not going to remember them. Just maybe the first one, because it was like a formula more than anything. I think it was like a chemical chain. I don't know. I was never good at chemistry. Yep, and there is a cave entrance. Hopefully I don't fucking fall down, cause
He left his body to the medical school and was duly opened out for a crowd of students 21 days after his passing. The report is included in my edition of his book. The syphilis had torn through his guts like a drunk driver, scrambling his organs like eggs on a plate. But enough definition remained for a cursory examination, and, as I suspected, they found clear evidence of kidney stones. He's likely to have spent the last years of his life in considerable pain. Perhaps this is the root of his laudanum habit. Although its use makes him an unreliable witness, I find myself increasingly drawn into his orbit.
This melody reminds me kind of a melody from Game of Thrones. I don't... One of the more somber tunes. I don't recall where exactly from, which part it was, but it's very similar. There's another way.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, wintered tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Oh god. Oh my god. That's like scary.
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
Wow, is this impressive. It's very pretty. Is this all covered in phosphorus paint? Not sure. Not sure. Can't really go up there. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this. It's very interesting. What is this? Is this blood? No. But I'm gonna continue next time, guys. Thank you for watching this, and hope you enjoyed. Take care.